The Hidden Shadow. In a small village far from civilization, there was a legend about an abandoned house that the villagers believed to be haunted by a malevolent spirit. No one dared to go near it, especially after sunset. One night, a young couple named Nick and Min decided to challenge the legend and explore the abandoned house. They prepared flashlights and a camera to document everything. As they entered the house, a chilling cold enveloped them. The sound of wind whistling through broken windows filled the air. A dusty, time-worn mirror reflected their dark silhouettes. The house was filled with dust and abandoned belongings. Nick began taking photos while Min explored the rooms. As she opened the door to an old bedroom, she heard a faint whisper, as if someone was speaking nearby, "Help me, please." Min froze and turned to look at Nick, who was a short distance away. She decided to call him over. Nick rushed to her, and they both strained to hear the whisper again, but this time it had vanished. As they were about to leave the room, the bedroom door slammed shut with a bang, startling them. Nick tried to open the door but couldn't. In the darkness, an indistinguishable shadow slowly approached them. "What is this?" Nick shouted in fear. Min tried to turn on her flashlight, but it flickered and went out. The cold around them intensified. The shadow stopped in front of them, and the whisper came again, "Help me," from him. Suddenly, Min's flashlight flickered back on. The shadow transformed into the figure of a woman in a white dress, her face pale and her eyes empty. Nick and Min trembled in fear. The woman pointed to the corner of the room, and they turned to see the shadow of a man in old-fashioned clothes standing there, his eyes glowing red with anger. The man started moving towards them, his mocking laughter echoing in the air. They quickly ran out of the room, trying to find an exit, but every door was locked from the inside. "We can't get out." Nick yelled, panicking. Min began to cry. They heard the heavy footsteps of the man getting closer until his shadow appeared in their view. "You will never escape," the man said with a chilling voice. Nick and Min decided to run upstairs, hoping to find a way out through a window. When they reached the top floor, they found old photographs of the woman in white and the angry man. "It's them," Min said, her voice trembling. Suddenly, the man appeared in the room, his eyes filled with hatred. He raised his hand and tried to grab Min, but Nick jumped in the way. "Let her go," Nick shouted. The man laughed coldly before lunging at Nick. At that moment, the woman in white appeared again and grabbed the man. "Leave this place," she commanded, her voice echoing. The man struggled to break free from her grip, but the bright white light emanating from her weakened him. Nick and Min watched in shock and confusion. "Why do you need help?" Min asked, desperate to understand. The woman turned to her, her eyes filled with sorrow. "He was my husband. He killed me out of jealousy and trapped my spirit here. I need help to break free from him and this place." Nick and Min exchanged glances and decided to help the woman. They began searching the house for something that could break the curse. They found an old book in a study with a spell to release spirits. "This must be it," Nick said. They returned to the bedroom where the woman and the man were still struggling. Nick began chanting the spell from the book. The white light from the woman grew brighter, filling the room. The man's screams echoed in pain before he vanished into the air. The woman turned to Nick and Min, her eyes now filled with gratitude. "Thank you for helping me. I can now be free and at peace." She slowly faded into the light, leaving the room silent once more. The doors that had been locked now opened on their own. The couple quickly left the house without looking back. The woman's whisper echoed one last time, "Thank you." Nick and Min breathed a sigh of relief as they left the haunted house, their hearts still pounding. They knew the legend was true and that they had helped free the woman's spirit. "This is an experience we'll never forget," Min said softly as they walked home. "Yes," Nick replied, holding her hand tightly. "We'll never go back there again."